Glen Etive, one of the most beautiful areas in Scotland. Just a stone's throw away from Glencoe, it holds some of the most rugged mountains, hills and Munros with breathtaking views, along with an abundance of wildlife. My adventure starts at the end of Glen Etive, where I stand in the shadow of Ben Starav, a great mountain that would challenge me physically and mentally. So grab a drink and some snacks and let me take you camping on the wild side.
Oh. This is seriously tough going.
I'm going to bail out. I think that's a safe method. Hey, welcome to Scotland. It's April. What's happening? Welcome to camping on the wild side. Cue the intro.
Just absolutely amazing.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for stopping by. Hope you're all well. Today's camp, I'm in the wonderful Glen Etive. Loch Etive is just down the road there, and I'll be camping up the top of here. This is Ben Starav, and doesn't she look lovely? Absolutely beautiful. So Ben Starav sits 1,078 metres high, roughly, and I think it's going to be a fair climb. So got all my kit ready, and I'm just going to head down the road and get to the bottom of this hill and start climbing. So we'll catch you shortly. Hopefully things have been good with you. Glad to have you back on this channel, and super excited about this this camp, because I'm kind of going back to basics. That's what this is. So I'm going to plan to climb the mountain, sorry. Camp at the top for a night, and I will be doing it back in the Van Gogh Soul 200 tent. It's actually a new tent, but I bought it second hand. So yeah, back to basics, and I'm just going to be talking about why camping doesn't have to be expensive. Don't get wrapped up in all these fancy tents. Yes, they're great, absolutely fantastic tents, can't get away from that. But when you start going into all that stuff, it does get very expensive. So this little Van Gogh Soul 200 tent is a cracking little tent, and I think it's a 2-man tent, so, or a big 1-man tent for you. So there you go. So basically I'm going to camp in that tonight, and I'll show you all about it. And it just shows you that if you're wanting to take up camping, or you want to try a different tent and you haven't seen these built up, I'm just going to show you the ins and outs of it, that's all, and see what happens. Nothing fancy, so that's the plan. Back to basics. Absolutely stunning scenery. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Even though there's snow on the tops of the hills here, it's quite warm, quite mild. Oh, it's just brilliant. So for those of you who are new to this channel, or just passing by, thank you. If you like Scotland, you like wild camping, you like adventures, you like tents, camping, wild camping that is, well, you come to the right place. So if you want to see more of these sort of videos, you can subscribe to the channel and you can join me on my adventures. So I do wild camping all over Scotland in rural parts, as rural as I can get, I should say. So much to explore in Scotland, so much, it's huge. So I'd like you to join me, so if this is the channel for you, please do follow. Also got an Instagram page at Camping on the Wild Side Scotland, and social media on Facebook at Camping on the Wild Side. Let's look at that. The River Etive. Very peaceful. Loads of birds just twittering away there. That's what we like. We do it for the peace and quiet and the adventure. and seeing what we can see. But yes, this is going to be an adventure. Oof. Well, this is a slog, I'll tell you. It's heavy going. I've just stopped, well, I've been stopping on and off for a while, but yes, it's hard going, I won't lie. I've just stopped for some water and a bit of chocolate just for a boost. And it keeps raining on and off, or drizzling I should say. But what a view. If I can steady myself. What a view you get. I mean, I'm nowhere near the top, probably a third of the way up, but absolutely beautiful. So yeah, this is where I'm going. And then over and up again. Loving that. Loving the tops of that. Cracking view. Well, I'll take a minute and then I'll start heading up again. Okay folks, making progress, a bit slowly, I should say. Bit of cloud coming in there, pretty low actually, maybe a bit of drizzle. So what have we got here? Probably say we're just more than halfway up now. That is the start of Loch Etive. What a view. What a view. It's actually quite hard going, so I've been toiling on and off. So I'm needing a 5-minute stop. What a beautiful view. Just look at all that. It's just absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, that's me hitting snow now, and it's pretty hard going. It's not slidey, it's just tedious walking in it. I have got the little spike shoes to go over my boots, but I don't think I'm needing them yet. But yes, I'm heading up there. There's people been up and down already, so I'm just following their footsteps from where to go. So it'll be the easiest route, I would think, hopefully. But yes, it may be another hour or so before I get up to the top there, because it's just a bit heavy going, and I forgot my sunglasses, and that's quite bright on that snow there. But we will plod on. We will get there. Fingers crossed. I'm just admiring this view.
Oh, goodness me. Oh. This is seriously tough going. Obviously it doesn't make it any better or any easier carrying all your kit for a night, and it certainly doesn't help when there's snow. So it's a long painful hike up to the top here. The weather's brilliant. Little spits of rain on and off, but apart from that, it's very still. Just a breeze actually, just a little breeze. The view's to die for. So yes, it is. This is a big struggle. I know the top is quite a bit further up, but on top of this bit, I'm going to have a look and just see if it's actually worth just stopping there and setting up camp there, then going all the way to the top. I'm trying to think of this logically and safety, instead of my head saying quick get to the top, because that's what your mission is. As much as I would love to, still want to, I've definitely got to think about safety. So we'll have a look just at the top here and see what it's like for camping on, and if there is good, I'll make a decision there and then. It's very puggling, and my stomach's telling me it's needing a good meal. So there's a couple of decisions to make. Oh. But I'm so glad I've got the views I've got. This could have been completely the opposite. It could have been pouring rain, mist right down, low cloud. So I have to think of it sensibly. So I've got the great views. I just might not make it to the top. How we doing, folks? Okay, right, so I've taken the decision, as I was saying earlier, and I've actually found quite a decent bit to stop in. Can't quite see the top there, it's round the corner. It's actually covered in mist and low cloud at the moment, and it's covered in snow. So I think the sensible decision is stop, evaluate it, and I did do that, and this seems to be the best place I can get for tonight. I'm a little bit gutted that I never got to the top, but in all honesty I think it would be just pure madness to go up there at this time. Safety is a priority wherever you go, and especially being myself. This is it's where you got to take sensible decisions. So I found a decent bit of ground, and I'm going to pitch this tent up. You don't need to see me doing it, so I'll cut right through all it and I'll give you some of the views. But just on the, you can see the water just out on that side there, that's Isle of Mull. So to give you a kind of just of where we are, Glen Etive, water is just down the back there, and it goes right through. So yes, so this, just a quick rundown. This camp was basically to go back to basics, just showing you, the viewers and people, that you don't need expensive tents all the time to go and do your stuff. Yes, it would benefit in this weather if you had a good, better tent. So this is the Vango Soul 200. Probably underestimated, it's actually probably quite a good little tent. It's a 2-man tent. I'm going to stay in it tonight. And I'll give you a rundown depending on the weather. But if not, I'll do another little video on it and I'll show you what it's like. But I put it up the other day and it's actually quite a cracking little tent. So let's get it up. And there we go. 5 minutes to put that up. Not everyone's choice of tent. 2-man tent. Not sure you could probably cook with that big door down, but I very much doubt it. Pegs you get with it are probably a bit pants, but aren't all tents. Never really get great pegs with tents, but anyway, if you bought better pegs for it, it's actually quite a simple tent to put up, and with it being a 2-man, you could probably get 2 men in there, no bother. Obviously I'm in there myself, so I've got plenty of room for all my kit. Don't really fancy leaving it out on a cold night like this anyway. I'd rather have it all in, so it's all to hand. But anyway, I thought I'd just give you a wee rundown. This is the Vango Soul 200. So if it's a tent that you quite fancy, well, I'll put a link in the description for you and you can check it out. It's
it's always good to see tents in the flesh. So hopefully I'm doing this a little bit justice for you. It's just a quick peg out just now. I'll go and adjust it. I see I've missed a peg already, so there you go. But yeah, not a bad little tent, and that's my view there. So should get a pretty decent sunset actually tonight, and that's a bit of a bonus. So around here, let's take you up onto the top. Yeah, what a view. What a view. It's actually turning very chilly just now. My hands are freezing. So it just shows you how much the temperature drops. And yeah, that can be pretty dangerous. So good to get the blood flowing again, putting the tent up. So there we go, that's the pitch. That is the top of where I was supposed to go or wanted to go. Quite clearly just not going to happen. I don't even see me camping away up there anyway, even on a good day. But anyway, it was maybe just fate. That's the way it works. Something telling me. Anyway, I'm just going to put the camera down and go and get the rest of the kit sorted, and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, right, for what I've started doing now is actually making a soup mix. So when I come here, it's just ready to put on, and I can do what I need to do, like put up the tent or whatever. So there's a soup mix that I've already sort of made there. Got potatoes, I think there's half a leek, 2 potatoes. I'll put the recipe or what this pack size is, what I kind of put together. I'll put that up on the screen there. So got potatoes, two potatoes, an onion, half a leek, and I think there's about a carrot and a half there. I put most of it. I'll try and see what I get in that pot actually. I don't know if it's too much. Everything's ready to pour in, fill it with water, and I just leave it, and then I'll go and put the tent up, that kind of thing, so it's all sort of ready, boiling away. Okay, so let's get what I need to in here. So there is a fair amount. Just kind of top that up with water, and so there we go. Everything's in the pot now. And I'll just go and away and do my own stuff now. Sort the tent out. I'll just leave that. See it when it's ready. So while my soup is on the go, I will show you about the inside of this tent as well. So bear with me here. So that's the kind of, when I'm going up hills, normally that's the kind of water jug I carry. If I know that there's no water about, but obviously there's plenty of snow and things like that you can boil. So I've also just started
using this tin foil thing. It's the underlay sheet. Whether it works or whether it doesn't or not, I don't know. Well, proof's in the pudding really. So we'll try it and see what happens. I had it lying about the house anyway, so I've never used it. It's bound to have some benefit, I would think. So on top of that, so that's on the bottom there. Then we've got the Berghaus self-inflate roll mat, which doesn't self-inflate anymore, so I'll have to puff it up. Hey ho, the joys. Cutlery. Cutlery's just standard basic stuff. Just threw it together. Sleeping bag is the Mountain Warehouse Extreme Down. Extreme Down. It's actually quite good. This is the thicker one. There's probably updated versions of this now. They change them all every year, so I've had it for a few years. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. This is what I'm meaning about go back to basics. You don't need to spend a lot of money. I mean, sleeping bags are kind of you need a good sleeping bag, so I'm not going to tell you to buy an expensive one. You buy what you can afford. That's basically what it is. So we also have the Berghaus rucksack trailhead, I think it is, 65 litre. Food, camera, lights, spare clothing in there. That's kind of where we are with this. So yes, it kind of, would it fit two people? Probably at a squash, but your kit's not in it. I do like to have my kit inside the tent, so yeah, that's what I like. So this is not a bad little tent. We just had a big snow shower 10 minutes ago, and it done fine. So yeah, that's not too bad for inside the tent. It's not a big spacious thing, but for a one man, it's going to be not bad. So as I say, I'll put the links to all the other stuff I've got in there as well. I'm just hoping for a comfy sleep. Fingers crossed. Yeah, good. Oh, that sun's just brilliant. Just perfect. It's just given me time to get into this soup. Anyway. That's the vegetable soup recipe. So, as I say, it's kind of a thing I do now. Bring the soup already pre-mixed, pre-cut and made. I put it on the boil straight away when I get to the camp spot, and it allows me to put up the tent while it's cooking away there. So it's killing two birds with one stone, really. Outside, it's just perfect. So that was a fair climb today. I feel so knackered, and God, I'm so glad I found this spot. It's hot. So yeah, I would probably say that the soup mix itself
probably takes about 15-20 minutes to cook, and kind of ideally, it's a bit too, well, not ideally, it's a bit rubbish. It takes long because if you've got so much gas, that's all you're carrying, you don't really want to spend it putting on a soup. But I mean, it does cook a little bit quicker because it's finely chopped, so it's not that bad. But anyway, yes, if you're carrying lightweight gas and things like that, it's not something you probably need to be worrying about soup. Pre-packaged soup's probably alright, you just put boiling water in it together. Anyway, I'm going to get stuck into this, enjoy this wee the sun going down. Well, it's still quite high, but it's going down. And this absolutely stunning view. You can see for miles. So, I'll get fired into this and enjoy my view.
So now that I'm all fed and watered and got this amazing view at the back of me here, isn't it? It's just great. I reached out to a couple of guys in Glasgow at the Caravan and Camping show a few months ago, and just to see if they had any products that I could use while camping. So they gave me some coffee to give it a try. So I've had a few already and I think it's brilliant. So it's the company's the Pure Roasters coffee company based in Glasgow. A couple of guys called Robert and Don, amazing guys. Check out their website, I'll put that in the link below, and check out their Facebook page, and I think they've got an Instagram page as well. This is the coffee here, you can see that. I'll put all the links in the description. If you want to check them out, please do. I think they'd love to hear from you. So basically, when I go away camping, I take a wee sort of tea bag and I put the coffee in the tea bag. Just a wee heap. It does me. This is actually the strong one. I think it's heavy one. So if you like your heavy roast coffee, this is ideal for you. They do quite a lot of ranges, so please check out the website. That's all I do. I just put it like that, something I do with all coffees, to be honest. Water's already boiled, and pour it in. I just leave that for a second or two. So yeah, comes in a sealable bag, so you can seal it back up again for non-spill stuff. So yes, check them out. Good couple of guys. So depending on how strong you want it, there you go. Just perfect. Oh, just ideal on a day like this. So that's the guys from the Pure Roasters Coffee Company. Thanks very much to them, and I'll be taking this bag with me most times I go camping, and the tea bag's quite actually handy for me. That's what I do with it anyway. But yes, the Pure Roasters Coffee Company. Okay folks, just going to call it a night. It's actually getting very cold. The mists, the clouds come right down. So
best call it a night, get into this sleep bag and keep warm. So I shall see you in the morning. Night.
Good morning, folks. Well, I didn't sleep great last night at all. It's been raining on and off most of the night. Or I thought it was raining most of the night. Turns out it's been snowing. So I'm going to bail out. I think that's a safe method. So this morning I'm not having breakfast. I'll have breakfast further down the road where it's clear. And at the moment I'm actually just packing up the bag, the rucksack, putting everything away, get sorted, keeping calm because there's quite a lot of snow out there. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried. But thank God I actually invested in micro spikes because these are going to get used. So I think fate has been on my side. That's twice. So keeping sensible about it and keeping calm now. So I'll finish packing up this rucksack, get my kit on, and let's see what it's like. Oh. Well, here's my morning. It's April. What's happening? It's very quiet. Anyway, when I meant about going back to basics, I kind of didn't really mean the now. So we'll just hold on to that one, right? Just hold on to it. What a morning. Oof. Right, okay.
decision's made. I'm packed up in the tent, the rucksack's sorted. I've got my dry kit on, I'm warm. Once I've got my jacket on, I'll be fine. Mr. Snowman seems happy enough, so he's alright. And all I need to do now is sort this tent. So it's just a drizzle that's in the air now, so I'm going to pack it up before anything else happens and get sorted. See you in a minute. Okay, that's me packed up, tents down as you see, my little space. It just shows you how much it snowed. This was clear yesterday as you've seen. Okay, so now that I'm all packed, I'm all ready to go. I feel a lot better mentally now that I'm all packed up and I'm getting ready. But the last thing to do is put on these. These are micro spikes, and I think I learnt my lesson in a kind of way back up in when I was climbing the Lost Valley in Glen Etive, where I did hit some ice and I did have a couple of heart stopping moments, and people recommended that I get some micro spikes. So grateful for them reaching out just to say so. Some of these things that we just take for granted and don't take, so some kit is quite essential, and more so even now. I don't know what it's like down there, so I'm just going to put them on for safety at the moment, and if I have to take them off, well, so be it. I can put them in my pocket. But these are great wee things. I've never used them yet, so this will be the tester. Goes over your boot, and yeah, self-explanatory, but I'll show you when it's on. Okay, so there is a front on these, just tells you the wee bit there, obviously the red logo. So just go slip over your boot there. There's quite a bit of pressure to get it over your back end of your boot. There we go. Simple. There we go. So that's what it looks like on. You can see. Hopping about here trying to make it work. Well, there we go. All sorted. It's starting to snow again there. And despite me bailing out a bit early in the morning because of this snow, it's actually been an enjoyable climb. Pretty scary, pretty hard going, I should say. But just leaves me to say, that's me heading down now, slowly, micro spikes on, sticks for safety as well, and from a sunny mountain, and Mr. Snowman, catch you on the next adventure. Cheers for now.